Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am your tarot reader Stephanie, and today's reading is about how your person feels about you. This is a collaboration between me and Mostly in the Moment Tarot. So when you're done here, you can go check out her reading to see what she's got about your person and how they feel about you. And if you're coming from her channel, then hello and welcome. My reading style is slightly different. It's a little bit more, I feel like it's a little bit more all over the place, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. We have 4 piles here for you today. By the way, this reading can be either platonic or romantic. If I do see it lean more one way than the other, I will note that in the pile. But we have 4 piles here for you today. Pile 1, we have the amethyst point. Pile 2, we have the pistachio or ocean calcite. Beautiful. Pile 3, we have the onyx buffalo, white onyx buffalo. Pile 4, we have the rose quartz. So take a few deep breaths, think about your person, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello there, pile 1. If you chose the amethyst point, then we have a reading here for you about how your person feels about you. We're going to see what your person is feeling about you. This can be romantic or platonic, though if I do see it leaning one way, I will, of course, let you know. This is a collaboration between me and Mostly in the Moment Tarot. So when you're done here, you can go and check out her reading to see what she's got to say. And if you're coming from her channel, hello, I am Stephanie and I'm here to do your reading. We're going to start with the oracles to see, it's going to be a vibe check to see whether this is your person or if this is the, for some of you, it could be a scenario or a situation that you may be having with this person. And then we're going to get into the tarot to see more specifically how they're feeling about you. So let's start with the card you chose. We have Strength. So already strong Leo energy. Also, the number 8 makes me think of August. And this person has seen you. I said persons. Maybe it's multiple people here. But this one person has seen you overcome quite a lot. Because even as I'm like tapping into this energy, I have a little tick I have whenever I'm releasing energy. And I've been doing that a little bit more often as soon as I started tapping into your energy. So I feel like you're overcoming a lot of either baggage or certain situations that have just been bringing you down. Maybe you're literally healing from something or even just healing on a more emotional, spiritual level here. But I feel like you've overcome a lot. And this person really does see you as very strong. This person could be tied to multiple people, or they could be like a main figure in a lot of people. I'm thinking of family, or even like a group of friends, or even like work family, like a group of co-workers or something that are very close-knit. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. We have Caution. We have Traveler. We have Not Peace. We have Toad, number 39. Observe for those who watch, see all. And Rhiannon, Self-Trust. So how does this person feel about you? They really want you to take care of yourself because you seem to be somebody who's always either on the go, maybe literally traveling, especially with this horse here. They see you as very independent. It's almost like, especially for example, if you're a woman and you're like single and independent and you don't really have anybody taking care of you, you take care of yourself. This person would want you to just be really careful. Like they worry about you. They can feel very concerned. Even if you're not a woman, like I feel like this person just worries about you. This does really feel like a parent or something. You know how parents tell you to be careful, or even somebody who's really like riddled with fear. Like maybe they assume the worst, or they just think that things could go wrong. With self-trust, though, I do feel like you're somebody who trusts yourself more than you trust anything or anyone, including maybe even this person, unfortunately, because there's something interesting about this. With Naughties, this could be, I always think of it as like the SOS rune because there's another deck of runes that has that particular imagery. But I'm also thinking of like a harsh reality or like a hard lesson, something where maybe things didn't go your way, and instead of seeing you as somebody who's I do feel like they understand that you've overcome, but they still feel like you haven't learned everything. I'll be honest, this energy is very patronizing and I don't think I care for it, pile 1. But they really do worry about you. And with Toad, we have observe for those who watch, see all. I think the interesting part about this person versus you is that you're a lot more level-headed than they are. Ironically, you're a lot more level-headed. Because I think you're very observant. I think you watch a lot. You're very intelligent. I'm not sure if this person knows this or not. I'm not sure if they're aware of that. I kind of hope they are. Because the toad here makes me think of like how, you know how you kiss, it's the Princess and the Frog, how you kiss a lot of toads before you get to a prince. I do think they kind of wish that you would have a partner if you don't. Or even if you do have a partner, they may think that that partner is not the one for you and you need like something better. Very patronizing energy. So how do they feel about you? They feel like you do too much and you need to settle down. But they have seen you overcome a lot. Yeah, like I said, this could be a parent or like a family friend, a patronizing individual, that's for sure. So with that said, if you want to continue hearing about this, let's move on to the tarot. Because I kind of want to see, for this particular reading, I make up my questions depending on the oracles. I want to see, well, one, clarification on who this person is, why they're feeling this way about you, and what, if anything, you can do about it, or if it's anything that's going to affect you going forward. So, you know what's weird? You know how some people will send energy down somebody's way, and usually it's like blessings and love and good wishes. This person sends like cautionary energy. I think they think they're sending good vibes, like protection vibes. I think they're really just sending you fear and they're not aware of it. Because as I was tapping into this energy, I had to release a lot of like weird energy, and it's just, and I'm like, what is this? It's worry. I think they're sending you worry. And I think we all have those people. It's like, oh, you need to watch out for this. You need to watch out for that. You need to worry about this. I feel like that's what they send you, because that's just how they operate. This has to be like an older individual. Okay, pile 1. Who is this person? Clarification. We have the Page of Swords reversed. I'm not surprised. This is somebody who's getting trapped by all that misinformation online. Oh, I really hope this isn't somebody's like grandparent getting trapped by like weird AI videos and stuff. Like this person is definitely, they're misinformed, unfortunately. That's why I think it's somebody older or somebody who can like fall for a lot of weird stuff online. And it's unfortunate how a lot of things feed off of fear. And I think this person has kind of fallen prey to that fear machine for sure. It's getting darker in this room as I say that. I'm not sure if that's caught on camera, but interesting how the sun just went behind a bunch of clouds. So yeah, this person needs to step away from social media for a bit, or needs a detox, because I don't think they're seeing the most positive things, and that's only making them worry about you more. So if this is your mom, dad, grandma, go check up on them. Pile 1. How do they feel about my pile 1? We have the 4 of Pentacles. They're very protective. It's like if they could just keep you in their house and keep you safe from everybody, they'd be fine. But the ironic thing is, I think they need more help than you do at this point. They need someone to be like, hey, let's stop doom scrolling. Let's stop looking at this. Stop watching all the fear-mongering news. You know, I feel like this person, I really hope they don't become those people who fear everything, but I feel like they're already a little bit there. But I do feel like they think they can protect you, and honestly, you're the one who needs to protect them from themselves. And now as I'm tapping into this energy, I just kind of want to give this person a hug and be like, hey, it's okay. Let's just get more cards. How else do they feel about you? This one is pretty straightforward. The 5 of Wands reversed. They don't think you can hold your own. They don't think you can fight back. They're like, oh no, pile 1. They're just so defenseless. They don't know what to do. They need help. Because the 5 of Wands is like, you can't fight. You don't know how to fight. You don't know how to defend yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, pile 1. Okay, what should you do about this? How should you handle this person or this situation? We have the 3 of Wands. Definitely intervention. Like, again, have a talk with them, tell them. I know I've had several talks with my family about stuff sometimes. The Seven of Swords. I hate this. I really do. But you know how there are just some family members and some, maybe even sometimes your parents, or you have to give them white lies, or you can't tell them everything. I'm not saying that you have to lie to them, but if you were to be 100% honest, they would just freak out. This is definitely one of those situations where you kind of have to just say what they need to hear in order for them to back off or to something here, because otherwise they would just be out of control. I don't like when the Seven of Swords comes up reversed, because that sometimes it means a revelation, sometimes it means having to be honest, but it seems like this is the kind of person that you've been honest with before in the past, and it's just backfired on you. It's like you can't be honest with this person, because when you are, then they act a certain way, and that's not fair to you. I don't know what the nature of your relationship with this person is. My left ear is like, it's not ringing, it's throbbing. That is weird. You know how like when your ears are about to pop? That's how it feels, which is really weird. And I think this person is similar. Like they could give you an earful about something, or maybe they just want to bless this person, because I think their heart is in the right place. But they just don't get it. Like, I don't know how old you are or what your situation is either, pile one, but they really just need to stop worrying so much. This is a very fearful person who I think lets their own anxieties get the best of them, and they take it out on the people around them as through the guise of, oh, I just want what's best for you. But the truth is, it's like, that's not a healthy way of like protecting people. Let me get more cards. How should you handle this person? But yeah, this feels like a parent energy where you can't be 100% honest with them, because, you know, if you were to tell your parents everything you do, they would freak out even more than they do now. And they forget that at one point they used to be that same person. Maybe that's why they're so fearful. Ironically, I think sometimes it's the parents who were wild and crazy in their youth who are the most overprotective as they have their own kids and get older, because they know how it is. And I think also, ironically, their kids are nowhere near as bad as they were when they were young. I say this because I've seen it not just within my own family, but like in my friends who are parents now, and I'm looking at them, looking at their kids, and I'm like, first of all, I remember when you were crazier than that, so leave your kid alone. You know? So I see this pattern repeat itself. And maybe you might have to put your parent in your place here. Gently, calmly. With the appropriate amount of what's the word? With the appropriate attitude, I guess. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. There's something new coming in your life for sure. We have the Divine Feminine reversed. The Empress reversed. Again, especially if you're a woman, they feel like you need to settle down and find a man to take care of you. And I don't like that, because it's like, why should it be the case? If you're not a woman, if you're a guy, this would be like, oh, you need to find a woman to set you straight. Or oh, take that as it resonates. I think even my LGBTQ people, I don't know if you're a gay man here, have you ever had those family members that think, oh, you're just going through a phase, you just need to find a woman to set you straight? I'm sorry. I don't know why that particular scenario came through. If you're a straight man, same thing. I think they think that you need a woman to like settle you down and pull you off the streets or whatever. It's like, who's gonna take care of you? Okay, we have the King of Swords. Yeah, I think I am sending so much love to both you and this person, because like I said, their heart is in the right place, but they worry too much about what's going on in your life. And I think you're doing just fine, or as well as anybody else would. But you might have to lay down the law with this person. You might have to set them straight. It's like, hey, I'm okay. And Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, also with money. They somehow think that somebody will save you with their money. I'm hearing Cher tell her mom, because what was the thing? Like, her mom said she needs to find a rich man, and Cher was like, Mom, I am a rich man. You know, it's like, I'm getting a little bit of that. Like, you're independent. You've got everything you want. You don't really need anything, but they just want to worry, I think, because they've been affected too much by the things around them, or like I said, maybe the toxic side of social media, or maybe the news. I don't know. They've just grown fearful of everything around them. And maybe it's because you're in a new environment, or there's like a new situation going on with you that's making them feel this way. But I think it goes beyond that. I think you need to have a talk with this person and be like, hey, I'm fine. I'm okay. And even if you weren't, it's still your life to live. It's still your lessons to learn, you know? Back of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, this person has known you a long time. And I think they forget that sometimes you actually know better than they do. I mean, yeah, like, you go through things, but so does everybody else. They can't protect you from everything. The Emperor, yeah. And honestly, I think this person has lost control of something recently, and that could be why they're acting this way. It's their way of coping with it. Not saying that it's right, but maybe that's one way of explaining their sudden... If this is a sudden feeling from them towards you, then that would explain it. If not, then I think it's high time you told them that they need to chill out. But with that said, let's get some closing advice for you, my beautiful pile 1. I give myself permission to be the person I want to be. Yeah, it's almost like this person wants to hinder the person you always were meant to be. And that's not fair for you, because if you have always wanted to travel, if you've always wanted to be somebody who just does what they want, you're supposed to be that very thing. It's part of your life calling to live the life you want. But this person might have some other idea for you. And maybe they've never had ideas for you and suddenly they're popping up or something. I don't know. This person could be going through a crisis, and this way of viewing you or handling you could be more of a cry for help than anything. So yeah, I'm sending both you and your person a lot of love, because like I said, their heart's in the right place, but their way of going about it isn't. But this is where I leave you. Make sure you check out Mostly in the Moment's tarot reading as well after this. And if you would like to, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. If you chose the pistachio or ocean calcite, then we have your reading here for you about how your person feels about you. This is a collaboration between me and Mostly in the Moment Tarot. So when you're done here, you can go check out her reading to see what she's got to say about the person on your mind. This can be romantic or platonic. If I do see it leaning more one way than the other, I will point that out, but I will try to read for both of them. So let's start with the card you got. We have the Queen of Swords. Interesting. A chatty person for sure, or at the very least a very intelligent person. So if they're not very talkative, when they do talk, they got some cool stuff to say, some important, interesting, fun things to say. Let's get the rest of your oracles. We've got potion. Why did I hear solution as soon as I said potion? I guess because a potion can literally be like a solution. But I'm also thinking of like the answer to something, a solution. We have turisas, which is thorn. Interesting. I will put that here. We have rest. Elderberries, number 13. There it is. A knowing within bone. Allow it to guide you. And Isis, protection. This person could be one of several people, because I'm getting a few versions of who this person may be. For some of you, I'll be honest, this is like a spirit guide, feminine in nature, who has a lot of advice to give. This could also be a friend who kind of acts as a spirit guide. This person always knows like what to say, what to do. You know how you have that one friend who like knows everything, or like whenever you have an issue, you know that if you talk to this friend, you'll get some sort of advice that really helps you. That's what I'm getting, because elderberries, potion, rest, these all seem like advice for somebody who could be getting sick, or somebody who's like not feeling well. Isis, protection, this person, heaven help them, they protect everybody. Like, I think either literally like they're sending good vibes everybody's way, or I'm thinking of somebody who like prays for everybody. And I say this because I'm thinking of grandmothers. My grandmothers were this way, still are, of course. They just pray for all their grandkids, their kids and stuff. Like, they keep them in their prayers, literally. But it doesn't have to be like that. This could also be like just a friend who who knows what to do. So I mean, for some of you, this person could see you this way. Like you just always know what to say and do. And maybe it's mutual. Maybe you're both this way. So you kind of run to each other. It's like, hey, I have this issue. What do you think about it? Or maybe they call you up and it's like, hey, what are elderberries for again? You know, Isis is the goddess in in Egyptian mythology, the one who puts Osiris back together, the mother goddess. So this could be a mom friend, or there's something very nurturing about the connection between you and this person. For some of you, I don't know if this is you or if this is the person you're thinking about, which is really interesting because I feel like it could be either or. Like my witchy girls could easily be this pile. So take this as it resonates. This could be the person you're thinking about, or this could be you, or it could be the both of you. Like if you have a friend who is also this way and you run to each other in times of need and times of trouble, this is definitely the pile for you. And like I said, for some of you, it could even be a spirit guide. Maybe you're asking about a spirit guide and what they feel about you, how they feel about you. So yeah, very interesting. The number 5 and 13 could be important. That would be May 13th. So they could be a Taurus. The number 13 could be a lucky number as well for some of you. And yeah, I'm not really getting a scenario here, which is interesting. So this could just literally be like tapping into how they're feeling about you. Or maybe a message they may want to get through within this reading if it does feel more like a spirit guide. I did say Queen of Swords, so air sign energy could be important. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, though it does not have to, they don't have to be these signs, of course. But it could be predominant within their chart. What else is coming through? I honestly think they just have a message for you because I'm trying to tap in and I think they just want me to move on to the tarot, which happens sometimes. If you are currently not feeling well, I feel like they are advising for rest and to consume something that is going to be good and healthy for you. Because what does this card say again? There it is, a knowing within bone. Allow it to guide you. So for a lot of you, if you have questions to ask this particular person, I think you already know. It's all a matter about looking within. And also you're very divinely protected, of course. I'm thinking of the goddess Isis protecting Osiris and protecting all of Egypt, ancient Egypt as well here. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot portion to see more specifically who this person is and how they feel about you. I'll be honest, that one was a little too straightforward. So if you're currently watching this while having like a hard time through something, or you're going through something, or you're healing, I think this person is just letting you know you need some rest, my beautiful pile 2. So let's go ahead and, well, one, get clarification on who this person is. Who is my pile 2's person? To get the vibe check of who they are. We have, this is the Wheel of Fortune. It's called the Fates in this deck. This person is definitely somebody who wishes the best for you. Somebody very destined to be in your life. Like I said, this could be a spirit guide for some of you. For some of you, it could be an ancestor who has passed, who kind of watches over you as well. And for others of you, this is just a friend who... very positive energy, very positive influence in your life. I do feel like there's like a strong jovial nature. Like whenever you get together, just magic happens, or you're both very happy. Like it's like you get together and you get in a really great mood, or you like things just look up. Astrologically, I can see this being like a mutual Jupiter placement, like a mutually benefiting Jupiter within each other's charts, which is really interesting. So positively aspected, but really happy energy, really positive energy. Also very healing, because at least me personally, I've always seen Jupiter within astrology as a healing type of planet. I know more people tend to look towards Chiron or even the moon, but for me personally, I look towards Jupiter because that explains the luck within your astrological chart. So I do feel like you both bring a lot of good luck, a lot of positive energy into each other's lives, and I think that's why the sun is shining brighter. This person, they could be a Sagittarius, or whatever sign your Jupiter is, they could be that sign. So for example, my Jupiter's in Cancer, this person could be a Cancer. But for example, if your Jupiter is in Taurus, this person could be a Taurus. Even if not, again, positive aspects, so they could be conjunct your Jupiter or trine your Jupiter, something like that. That specifically is coming through. I'm not sure why, but it is. So this person, really great natured. They're always happy to see you, or it's always positive when you see them. What do they think of you? We have the Queen of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's like they know and understand you're not at the top of your game right now. They know that you're not having the best of time. You could literally be sick. If you are for example, a new parent, specifically a new mother, they could be checking up on you to see how you're dealing with, after giving birth. I'm getting that kind of energy. Like if you've recently undergone like a big medical procedure or something along those lines, they're also thinking of you. So how they feel about you right now, they're definitely worried and they're hoping that you're taking care of yourself. If you came from pile 1, this is not the same person. This is a different kind of worry. This is like a healthy kind of worry. This is like giving you the tools to take care of yourself, or giving you the advice that you need to hear when you need to hear it. Because pile 1 was also worried, but very differently. Very differently. Yeah, the King of Swords. Yeah, this person, they always know what to say. I feel like you think their advice is the most solid advice. Like you absolutely trust what they have to say, because they've never let you down before. We have the King of Wands. Interesting. You know what's odd? I think this person is used to seeing you in like very dominant and or very masculine energy. Like they're used to seeing you be in charge. They understand that this is how you are. Like you give off a very strong presence. You look like someone very in control of yourself. Very like you always know what to do, with the King of Wands and the King of Swords here. So right now you could be going through a particular time in your life where you're a little bit vulnerable. With the Queen of Cups reversed, it's like you're a little bit vulnerable, or you're being made to be in like, I want to say feminine energy, but like, maybe that's not the right word. Maybe I'm thinking of disempowered. Not saying that femininity and disempowerment go hand in hand. I'm just saying because the Queen card is reversed here, this would be like the negative aspects, or the more, the not so great pleasant sides, the not so pleasant sides of femininity that come along with that. That's what I'm seeing. So it's like you're currently in a position where you're not used to having to be either out of commission, not in control. It's like they understand you're going through a rough time, and they're used to seeing you in like very completely different energy, like the opposite of whatever you're going through right now. They're used to that. So I feel like either they feel like they know you'll get better, like they truly believe in you, they know you'll bounce back up, but they're not used to seeing you in the current position that you're in, that's for sure. We have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, they know things will balance themselves out, but maybe all you really need from them at this moment is a little bit of their advice. Again, this person has a very strong nurturing energy, very strong feminine energy as well. So it makes me almost think of a mother figure, or again, that mom friend. I was thinking of the mother goddess Isis that came out in the oracles as well. This person, I think they like to take care of you. I think they like to take care of everybody else, but you're a special case because they're not used to taking care of you. I don't think they've ever seen you in a state where you're either sick, disempowered, out of commission. You're not at the top of your game right now, and they're kind of like wishing you the best, sending you the best, knowing that you will eventually get back up there. Let's get more cards for this person. I really do love this energy, by the way. This person is very sweet. Very healing nature as well. I think their energy is just very naturally healing to everybody around them. And I think at its worst, like people may like seek this person out to save them. And I think they don't really like that. But you're not doing that here, pile 2. I feel like if anything, you're more curious to see if they think negatively of you. Or in some cases, I think a lot of you are wondering, what would this person do? What would they say if you were to ask for their advice in what you're going through? And they'd probably just remind you who you are. They would remind you that whatever you're going through is very temporary and you will eventually get back up there. Also, because I brought up a lot of astrology, maybe they're very astrology based. Some guides are like that. I know a lot of my guides are. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords. Win some, lose some. I'm hearing you can't have it all. Sometimes you can't have it all. Sometimes you just have to accept the loss and move on. We have Jupiter. What was I talking about? I was talking about the Jupiter placement in astrology. So like I said, this person has a strong Jupiter. However, in this tarot deck, Jupiter is the Hierophant, which is really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen the Hierophant as a medicine man. I think that would be more either the Magician or the High Priestess. But here it's coming through as like a voice of reason, along with a voice of advice. I'm thinking of a doctor. I'm thinking of a doctor for some reason who gives like not just good sound advice as a person, but also prescribes you like the things that you need. We have the Empress. I love this. For some of you, you could really adore this person. I feel like you absolutely have an immense love for them, platonic or romantic. Though for a lot of you, I do feel like this is more of a friend or even like a mother figure, like that mom friend that you're just like, you adore them to bits and pieces. And the King of Cups. Yeah, and the love is mutual. This is so sweet. Lots of King energy here. So I wonder if this is my pile of viewers who happen to be identify as masculine or are more men. But even if you're not, like you're used to being in control, you're used to being in the top of your game, you take control of your life and destiny. And right now I feel like you feel a little disenfranchised, disempowered. So you're kind of wondering what somebody may feel about you. It's like they're seeing me go through this. What could they think about me? They still feel very positively about you because they see the best in you and they know that you will get back up there. And as I'm tapping into this energy, I'm getting a little teary-eyed because the love this person has for you is very, very powerful. Like if their love could cure everything, I think it would. So yeah, maybe for some of you, this is like a mother figure or just like a very nurturing friend, a very loving friend. If this is more romantic and this is your partner, this is a solid one. Don't let them go. This is a solid one. Do not let them go. And then back of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. I'm hearing little by little, you will get there. Bit by bit, you will get back to the top of your game. And don't worry about what you've lost. Think about everything that you've gained. Think about everything that you've gained. Oh my goodness. I think the universe will bring, if this isn't somebody you know already, the universe could be sending in somebody like this, because the 3 of Pentacles lets me know this person may not even be like in your inner circle. They could be like a friend of a friend. They could be an acquaintance, neighbor, coworker. You know, I'm thinking of like on Facebook, it's like the people you may know. I'm thinking of something like that, like someone who's not in your inner circle, but if you wanted them to be, they would be such a solid person. But for a lot of you, I do think you know who this person is, and the loving energy in this pile, it's so beautiful. But with that said, let's get your final cards here, pile 2. Like I said, this person, I think their very presence is very healing, and they're just tapping into this energy. I feel better myself. From what I don't know, because I don't think I had anything wrong with me, but I feel blessed by this person. Let's put it that way. Beautiful energy. And like I said, for some of you, this is you and you don't even notice. Or like your higher self. Maybe for some of you, this is even your higher self. All right, my pile. It's never too late to start over. This is so interesting. Because I was getting for some of you that maybe you had recently lost something, and in that loss, you've kind of made yourself sick over it. Does that make sense? Sometimes, like when things happen in our lives, because the change is so severe, like our body will react to it and will literally get sick. Think of like in Avatar The Last Airbender when Zuko does a really kind thing for the Avatar when he gives back Appa to them. And he gets a fever, and like his uncle even explains this. He's like, yeah, what you did was really, really a big deal. So of course your body is overreacting. I'm getting something like that. So for some of you, especially if this is a person that maybe you have either distanced yourself from or haven't spoken to in a long time, there's something here about starting over. If not, this could be you starting over in your life in some way. And maybe you're only feeling down right now because you're about to enter a entirely different chapter of your life, so your body might be reacting to it, which is really interesting. I'm being told to get another card from this deck for you, pile 2, because I'll be honest, I think a lot of you are going through something right now, and you might just want to take your mind off of it by coming to these tarot readings, which is fair. I think that's a decent thing to do. However, right now I think the universe needs you to focus on something that you're going through. I am capable of more than I realize. Yes, absolutely. You're more than capable of more than what you realize right now. I think you underestimate yourself here more than anything. And this person would just remind you, it's like, hey, you're capable of anything, more so than anybody else I know. Oh my goodness, pile 2. Thank you so much for the privilege of letting me read for this energy. I think I needed to hear it. This is beautiful energy. And this is where I leave it. Make sure to check out Mostly in the Moments reading as well. But this is where I leave you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose the white onyx buffalo, then we have your reading here for you about how your person feels about you. This is a collaboration between me and Mostly in the Moment Tarot. So after you're done here, you can go check out her reading. Or if you're coming from her reading, then hello, I am Stephanie, and we're going to see how your person feels about you. We're going to start with the oracles to get a vibe check on your person. This could be romantic or platonic, but if I do see it leaning more towards one way than the other, I will point that out. Also, sorry if I'm talking a little extra fast today. I know I have that tendency, and people have called me out on being anxious or whatever. I'm just a fast talker. I just had caffeine that I wasn't aware of. So yeah, I don't usually take caffeine for that reason. But we have the King of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so this person, they're very action oriented. They like to do things. They know what they want. They know what they like. Interesting. So let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. We have Abundance. We have Medusa, number 22. Interesting. You have Burkano, which can mean love, fertility. It literally means birch, like the birch tree. We have Boudica, unity. For whatever reason, as I was pulling out this card, I heard, if not her, then who? Like if pile 3 can't do it, then who? Which is really interesting. I'm not sure if that's applicable to the person or situation here. And then we got 2 of these cards. Darkness Falls, number 12. Within you live the hidden, the things that want nothing more than to swallow you whole. And St. John's Wort and Marigold, again, number 36. Against your will, there will not be. Let me repeat that. Against your will, there will not be. No entrance, no welcoming, be gone. Interesting. This person finds you a little difficult, but in a good way. I do feel for the majority of you, this is leaning a little bit romantic because this person has like strong feelings towards you, and they could low-key be love, but they could also be like, they find you a little difficult. If you're talking about a partner who kind of likes that attitude, that bossy side of you, I think this would definitely be it. If not, if it's someone that's more of like a crush or someone who you may have recently started talking to, they understand that you're not an easy one, but that's kind of what they like about you, they like that you're not easy. Does that make sense? They like that you're a little bit, that you've got some rough edges around you, because I'm kind of getting the sense that For example, this is just an example. I'm not saying this is what this is, though it might be. Like some guys like a little mean girl because that means she doesn't just put up with anything, you know? It doesn't mean that she'll let anybody easily into her life. Somebody who sets boundaries. That's what I'm getting with Medusa here. So I do feel like this person, they see your feistiness. They see this strong energy within you, but they also seem to understand that you're this way because you've had to be. I don't know how long this person has known you, but long enough to know a bit of your history with Medusa, and even the darkness falls here. Abundance is interesting because I do feel like either this person makes a lot of money or you make a lot of money, or you could both just care about your finances, and maybe that's one thing that you both have in common. Yeah, I do feel like for a lot of you this is more romantic because I'm seeing like comparing and contrasting the finances in a way that people who are dating or getting serious about each other would want to talk about. They definitely see you as abundant, that's for sure. And if it's not within money, it could definitely be within potential, like either you have a good job or you have a good head on your shoulders. They would be surprised if you didn't have a lot of money, which, I don't know, take that as you will, pile 3. But they definitely see you as very smart, like very... And if not smart, then at least like street smart. Like you're nobody's fool. You don't let yourself be taken for granted. You don't let yourself be just taken as anything here. Interesting. I'm just now noticing because I've never really looked closely at this card. These are like little, these aren't tattoos. They're like war paint, but they're on her titties. So maybe some of you have tattoos in that area on your chest. Regardless of whether you're a woman or man here. But this person, definitely they understand that you're a complex and complicated person, but they like that about you. You're not easy. So yeah, there's definitely love here. If by chance it's not romantic, this could easily be a friend who like is really curious about your love life, or like kind of wonders like what's going on with your love life. Because they see and understand that you're hot. Like they see and understand that you're really attractive, that you're somebody who they'd be surprised to find out is single, because there seems to be a lot going for you, interestingly. I am going to read from Medusa from the little booklet that comes with this deck. Interestingly, I was reading up on Medusa before I started this reading, so I'm not surprised. I think because I had gone through the oracle and I was like, you know what, I need to reread about her. So for my pile 3, sorry, I don't mean to be all over the place. I feel like I keep getting distracted. But Medusa, the snake will shed her skin. She is not as she seemed. Rebirth, renewal, darkness, fears, purification, and vitality. For some of you, you could be going through a moment right now where, especially with Darkness Falls and St. John's Wort and Marigold, that you're going through like a renewal of yourself. I don't know what has recently happened to make you start anew, but I do feel it could be related to this abundance. Maybe you've come into some money, so you've decided to like revamp your wardrobe, your looks, maybe get a few procedures done here and there, or just like invest in hair, makeup, or something like that. It feels like a glow up, but not because you wanted to glow up, but because you know how when you have more money you can just do more things. I'm kind of getting that. If it's not money, it could just be that you've come into something that you weren't expecting to, so now your lifestyle has changed for better or worse. Mostly for better. Marigolds make me think of the fall, specifically November, like Day of the Dead. And St. John's Wort, I know, is an herb used in is it to help aid with depression? Correct me if I'm wrong. But also setting boundaries is very strong here. I feel like you're not just letting anybody into your life. Maybe right now you're going through a little bit of a moment where you're not letting anybody through, but regardless, this person adores you. And if anything, this boundary setting has made you more attractive, oddly enough. Again, if this is somebody who's like in love with you, it's because you're a little mean and they like that. I'll never understand why that is. Like some guys are just into that. Specifically guys. I don't really see this from girls as much. Like girls don't really like a mean guy as much as like guys like a mean girl. And that's only because you won't put up with anything and they low-key like that. I don't know if it's the same in the LGBTQ community, but if it is, you know, you can take that. If not, then this is just a dynamic I'm seeing here. What else is coming through? This person, absolutely finds you physically attractive, regardless of what you look like. In their eyes, you've gone through a glow up. So with that said, if this sounds like your person, let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. We're going to start with your person to get a bit more about who they are. So who is this person? For my pile 3. We have the 3 of Swords reversed. Not someone you've already rejected. Either you've already rejected this person or this person feels like they have no chance with you. I don't know if it's an ex. It doesn't feel like it's an ex, but maybe it is. I need clarification on that pile 3 because I feel like this could go several ways depending on who it is. But definitely this person feels like they don't have a chance with you. Maybe it's because they know they won't. Maybe you've rejected them before. Or because they just don't feel like they measure up to your standards. Which is fair because, like I said, you come off as very fierce in several meanings of that word. So they don't know if you would look their way. We have the shadow of the devil. Yeah, I do feel for a lot of you this is an ex, unfortunately. If not an ex, it could just be like a Capricorn because the devil is associated with Capricorn in the tarot. Maybe both, maybe all of the above. Take whichever resonates. Maybe it's multiple people coming through in this particular pile because the energy in this one it's all over the place. It does seem to have the same opinion about you though. So even if it's multiple people, they have the same opinion about you. This could be someone, a potential person, a person that has no potential at all, but they all think the same way about you. How do they feel about my pile? About my pile 3. We have the 5 of Pentacles, reversed, interestingly. They're seeing your worth. We have the Sun. Yeah, you've gone through a glow up, or you've done something recently and you're just looking amazing. I feel like some of you may have an ex or somebody that you used to have a thing with that every time they see you, they're just like, oh, pile 3 is looks so good. How did I fumble that? You know, I'm getting a little bit of that. Or it's like they're still attracted to you. They're still drawn to you even after you've cut them off. Because like I said, this is you setting boundaries. So somehow setting your boundaries, somehow rejecting them makes them attracted to you. Okay. And if it's not somebody you've dated before, if this is someone who's more of a crush, again, every time they see you, it's like, wow, pile 3 looks so gorgeous. They would never want anything with me. I feel like it's 2 different energies. It's either or maybe both at the same time. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this person wants to smash. Like, I'm sorry to put it so bluntly, but honestly, this person just finds you very physically attractive. Or they want to do stuff with you. If it's not like actual physical intimacy, they could want to hang out with you. They could want to take you. I heard take you for a ride. Wow. And I meant in like a motorcycle, but take that as it resonates. Like there's definitely some 18 plus stuff coming through here because we had the King of Wands and now the Knight of Wands and the Sun and the Devil. Like, I don't know, pile 3. Yeah, it's definitely not platonic. Page of Pentacles reversed. But this person, I don't think they want to be here. For the majority of you, this person wouldn't want to have anything long term. It's like, what's that thing Ken says in the Barbie movie? My long-term, low commitment, something girlfriend, whatever he said. That's what he wants. That's what this person wants. I say he because it comes off as a little bit F-boy-ish, maybe F-girl-ish for some of you, but for a lot of you, energy is like predominantly like masculine. So yes, they find you very attractive. They would absolutely love to have a great time with you. I don't think they want commitment with the Page of Pentacles reversed here. I don't think they want to invest or don't have the time or reason or energy to invest. But they still find you attractive. I say still because for some of you, this is an ex. For some of you, this is somebody you already had a thing with. So if you're wondering why if they've been coming around lately, because I think the only reason you would be here is to wonder why they've been acting weird. If they've been coming around a little bit more often, if they've been like, texting you what you doing and stuff, or whatever it is that they're doing. If you're wondering why they're back at it again, it's because they still find you attractive and still want something with you, but you've set your boundaries and you don't want that. If it's not an ex, if it's somebody who's more new, or someone who maybe you have a crush on, or that you know has a crush on you, they don't think that you ever would want them. And if anything, if all they could have with you is just like something casual, they'd be fine with it. Because if this person is a little bit more level-headed and less in their effery here, and their F-boyish, F-girlish ways, then this person understands that they have nothing to offer you, so all they could offer you is like a good time. Does that make sense? I feel like this feels like two different energies, so take it as it resonates. But they view two different energies that view you the same. Does that make sense? Okay, let's get how to handle this person, or what's to come of this. What's to come of this connection, or whatever this is. Whatever this is. Not your ex coming around wondering if they can get seconds, pile 3. Look what you've done to them. Look what you've done to them. We have the moon reversed. Oh, they're ready to break. I don't know if they tell you this on purpose or an accident, but they're ready to break here because I don't think they can stand it anymore. For some of you, there could be another person involved. So for example, if you started seeing somebody else and they're aware of this, they might come around kind of like, hey, wait a minute. You're not allowed to move on. You're not allowed to have another partner. I'm getting a little bit of that because that can happen. So maybe they see like a picture of you online with somebody else and they're like, wait a minute, who's this person? Or maybe they see you out and about like in public with somebody else and they're like, oh, I don't like that, which is really interesting. And if it's a crush that already had their chance, well, that sucks for them because they had their chance. And you probably got tired of the back and forth, so you set your boundaries and you're like, okay, you don't know where this is going, I don't know where this is going. Let me tell you how it's going and I'm gonna move on. And you're moving on. We have the 6 of Swords. Is this reversed? It is. Yeah, the coming back around. You don't want to see the 6 of Swords reversed because that means something's coming back around. And I do think it's this person. And the 2 of Cups reversed. And you're going to have to reject them to their face again. It's like, why? Why do they do this? They know what's up. It's kind of annoying. Back of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands. 2 of Wands. 8 of Cups. What? This is gonna sound crazy, but I've heard this before. Okay. This person's interesting. Okay, so this person may even suggest, it's like, well, if we can't have a relationship, do you just want to have something on the side? I'm not joking. This is what the 3 of Wands and 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords reversed is telling me, along with the Devil. This person might just want, either they want to be your side piece, they want you to be their side piece. It's crazy. What is this? Pile 3. And if it's not this crazy person that's coming through, if it's somebody who's more level-headed about this, like I said, they know they can't offer you anything. They may only want something physical. And they may even be straight honest with you and be like, hey, I really miss what we had. I know we can't have anything. But maybe just this once, could we have a little thing? Or it's complicated and I know it's weird because there's like almost a suggestion of like a third situation going, which is annoying. Like, I'll be honest, this person, first of all, the audacity, the absolute audacity. And second of all, why would you say yes to this? It's like, I know you have more common sense than this, pile 3. At least I hope so. I'm not trying to judge. If you are okay, if this is like a poly situation, that would make a lot more sense. But for a lot of you, I don't get that that's the case, because this person is kind of like, maybe this person has like some weird thing where they like to take somebody's girl or somebody's man. Because unfortunately, that is a thing. Not that I do not condone that at all, but you know, maybe that's their thing. It's like they like to have competition and romance, which is weird. Because look, I have Venus in Aries. Aries is known for competition and Venus is romance. And even I don't like that. So that's really interesting. But this person could be low-key off their rocker or whatever. A little crazy, a little bit out there. So yeah, this is how they feel about you. They still have feelings for you. They still wanna be with you, at least physically. I think if they were to look within themselves, they like the toxicity, because I think for them it's the drama. I think they're just drawn to that kind of BS. And honestly, this person may need to grow up a little bit. What else is coming through here? I don't know. Let's just move on to your closing advice. How to handle this? I think you know what to do, pile 3. I don't need to tell you how to handle this. Cute story though. You know, this is definitely going to be one for the girls. It's like, you'll never guess what somebody just, like, who just messaged me? What just happened? Let's just get your closing advice. Okay, that was a wild pile. I'm sorry. If this resonates, let me know. And if not, we do have other piles. Or you can go to mostly in the moment. I'm sure she's got something less crazy for you, maybe. Okay, pile 3. I thank my body parts. Example, I am thankful for my hands and for all the ways they help me. I really do think you've gone through a glow up. Maybe your body is just looking really banging lately. Maybe the body is tea. Maybe you're just looking amazing. Or maybe you've been working really hard on like a specific body part, like at the gym or something. So maybe you've been working out, you know, the goods, and someone's noticing. Unfortunately, I think you've caused a bit of an aphrodisiac within them. But regardless, you're also thankful for a lot of what your body is able to go through. Because I'm thinking of the myth of Medusa here, how she was taken advantage of. And maybe for a lot of you, it took some time before you felt empowered within your own body. And maybe this person is a reminder of like the things you like and don't like about yourself, I guess, depending on how that connection or that situation went. But regardless, you have such a beautiful, healthy body. Remember, it's a temple, and don't let anyone take advantage of it. But this is where I leave you, pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And again, go check out Mostly in the Moment Tarot for their version of this reading, and I'll see you around. Take care. Hello there, pile 4. If you chose the rose quartz, then we have your reading here for you about how your person is feeling about you. This could be either platonic or romantic. If it leans more one way than the other, I will note that. This is also a collaboration between me and Mostly in the Moment Tarot. So after you're done here, you can go check out her reading. And if you're coming from her reading, then hello, I am Stephanie, and we're gonna start with the vibe check on your person with these oracles to see if it's the person you are thinking of, the person on your mind. And then we're gonna see how they're feeling about you. This could also be a situation, so maybe it could be more than one. Not my hair. I'm sorry, my hair has been shedding like crazy lately. Okay, so pile 4. We have Temperance, number 14. Temperance is a card of, it's not just balance, it's focusing on what needs to be focused on. So it's like setting things in balance, the act of setting things in balance. This can also be the healing card, because when we are healing, we are focusing on a particular aspect of ourselves that needs attention. So if we're healing, for example, from like a cold, we're focusing on the immune system, maybe our sinuses as well, and getting extra rest. If we're healing a bone, we are, you know, making sure that that particular limb or part of the body is not messed with so that it can heal properly. So whatever this is, I feel like this person, they could be a Sagittarius, because that is the astrological sign that resonates with Temperance here. Let's get the rest of your cards though before we move on. We have the Gallows, number 16, number 16. It's weird that I said 26 though. Maybe that's an important number. We have Creativity. We have Burkano, which is interesting, because Burkano can be creativity. It's interesting. I don't think I've ever taken it to be like artistic creativity, though that could be the case here. But I've always associated creativity with fertility, because it's the ability to create. You know, it can be human life, or it could be something that is needed. We also have Shapeshifting, number 35. Transformation is not the loss of what once was. It is the evolution of a more powerful self. Interesting. Let me put this here. And Aphrodite, self-love. Ooh, love this energy. This person sees you as very beautiful, but they also understand if you need to focus on other things. Because the Gallows, let me read from the booklet. I think it's supposed to be like the Hanged Man. because she's got like this little noose here. But the booklet says, the gallows are at a standstill. Selfishness, upheaval, change, decision, and trials. I don't know if it's selfishness per se, but you know, when you're focusing on yourself, some people may have a tendency to view you as selfish. I think that's what it means. I don't think this person views you that way. Or if they do, they don't seem to understand that sometimes you have to focus more on yourself than you have to focus on others. So I feel like this person may even see you as a little bit vain, or maybe that you're focusing too much on romance or love or creative projects. It's like you're being distracted possibly by other things, and they feel you should be focusing on other things. This is, for example, when you're focusing on like your glow up, but this person feels like you should be focusing on your studies, or vice versa. I feel like they think you need to be focusing on something else, but you're truly focusing on yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, who else will? So I am getting a little bit of that. Regardless, I do feel like this person does adore you. I'm trying to get a sense of who they are, but all I'm really seeing, all I'm being shown is how they view you here, especially with the shape-shifting. But I love the message here. Transformation is not the loss of what once was. Just because you're changing on the outside doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that, how do I put this? There's a difference in opinion of how you and this person perceive your outside changes. Does that make sense? For example, I see this a lot, and I really do mean a lot, with people who undergo like physical cosmetic procedures. Like, some people think, oh, that person doesn't love themselves because they're doing that. When in truth, the person is probably doing that for themselves because they love themselves. And I'm not saying that one perspective is right or that the other perspective is wrong. It's more like a difference in opinion over the same thing, because you both have very different, wildly different views on them. But regardless, there is like a sense that they see you as needing to do something for yourself, and I don't think they're taking it positively, because this card did want to come out reversed, but I'm not taking reversals for this card. So they see you changing, and I don't think they like that. Another analogy that I like to throw in here, because I see it so much, it's kind of annoying. When people decide to better themselves, they focus on their health, and maybe, for example, they want to hit the gym and build up their muscle, and in the process, of course, they will lose fat and gain muscle. And some people don't like that, because for whatever reason, they view it as this person not accepting themselves fully, but this person is really doing it for their health. So it's really interesting that right away we see like a difference of opinion between you and this person. Creativity though, I'm kind of getting this as a new idea. So it's giving the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Swords here, which is really interesting. So I feel like you've stepped into new energy that is allowing you to be more self-accepting, self-loving, and somebody here is not having a great time with it, which is really interesting. I don't know who this person is, but they're acknowledging the glow up, and I think it's making them feel things. I don't want to say it's triggering them, but it could be triggering them because of the attention you are getting. Interesting. Okay. Also, I've noticed that both of these cards are similar, and that they're both holding up, like, this one's a mask and this one I think is a mirror. So it's kind of like you're reevaluating yourself and how you come off to people, maybe more specifically in like a public space, or in terms of physicality, like how you appear in terms of appearances. And this person might have a hard time reconciling that with the person that they know. This would be, again, I'm just using this as an example. Like if a friend that you have who's adored you their whole life, and they know how you are on the inside, saw you go through like a glow up on the inside, on the outside. And it's kind of like, you didn't need to do all that. You were already really beautiful to begin with. You know what it's giving? From The Princess Diaries, the movie The Princess Diaries, when Mia gets the makeover from that one dude because her grandmother made her go through it. And her friend Lily is like, what did you do to your hair? What is that? You know, because in her friend's mind, she's always looked okay. Like there was no problem with how she looked previously. But what it really comes off as is her being a little bit butthurt by the fact that she had went through a glow up. So again, I'm not saying there's a right or wrong here. I'm not trying to pick sides, and I'm not trying to shame anybody for how they view things, but that's the energy that's coming off. And this could be any person, romantic or platonic. for sure. Somebody who definitely cares about you. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot for my pile. For my pile 4. So let's get some clarification on who your person is. So who is my pile 4 person? And what do they feel? How do they feel for my pile 4? We have justice reversed. They think something's not fair. They could be a Libra or have Libra placements. But they're not a hater per se. This isn't somebody who like is an enemy. I'm not getting that. But the energy that I'm getting feels like it. It's like this is somebody who's close to you. Maybe it's family, maybe it's a friend. But the energy that I'm getting from you feels like hater energy, but they themselves are not a hater. Does that make sense? So I do feel like this must be about a particular thing that you are doing or going through or that you are getting done that they disagree with completely, which is really interesting. And maybe for some of you, you're wondering whether this is going to like make or break this connection. I still don't know if it's more platonic or romantic. It could literally be both in this case, or either or in this case. How does my pile 4's person feel about them? Well, I'm being told to do 2 things. How they feel about you and how they feel about the situation. Because there does seem to be a difference of opinion here. Maybe it's also creative differences if this is somebody that you collaborate with. So how do they feel about you? We have divine masculine reversed. This is the Emperor reversed. So they feel like you're typically in charge, but when it comes to this, it might be something that's out of your control. I'll be honest, I don't think they think you're qualified for this or that you should be doing this. This is the biggest thing that's coming through. And I really hope this isn't one of those friends who kind of expects you to stay low vibrational for the sake of them or to be on their level in a negative way, because I've seen this before. Where like, yes, they're friends and they adore you, but they want you to stay at their level and they want you to just be, I don't know, like they want you to be miserable with them, or they can't go where you're going, so they would rather keep you where they are, and that's preventing your growth. What do they think about the situation? How do they feel about the situation? We have this star. Interesting. Can I get more? We have the 3 of Wands, competition. We have the Fates. I'll be honest, they're getting in the way of your blessings. This person and their feelings, thoughts towards this, they're getting in the way of your blessing. It's like they really don't think you can do something, so their energy keeps getting in the way of you getting what you deserve. For example, this would be a friend who doesn't want you to... Okay, this is annoying. This is a friend. Let's say you're up for a promotion in a job and they feel like you're not ready for that promotion, or they feel like you wouldn't be able to handle that promotion. Either you're not fit for the role or whatever, or maybe the hours. So they know and they understand it's a good thing for you to have. And they understand that it would be a great position for you to be in because it would uplift your life in so many ways, you know, getting a pay bump, getting more power, etc. However, they don't think you're made for this. They don't think that you belong there, or maybe it's going to take a longer time before you get there. That's their energy intervening, unfortunately, because the Fates card, the Wheel of Fortune card here, I think they've blocked your blessings before. And I'll be honest, you need to decord and detach from their energy. And you may even have to like keep certain things from them, because the more you tell them, the more they're going to block your blessings. Unfortunately, people do that. I've seen it from family, from friends, from lovers. Like you never know who's secretly working against you or who secretly doesn't want you to have something. And this is definitely the energy that is coming through within this connection between you and this person. I don't care who they are. This is just what I'm seeing. Unfortunately, people sometimes do block other people's blessings here. And this is what this person, what they're doing. This is how they feel. They feel like you're not made for something, or that they want you to be disempowered because then it keeps you on their level. you know. Again, I'm seeing the dynamic between Lily and Mia in The Princess Diaries. Like, yes, they're best friends, but clearly Lily didn't like that Mia was a secret princess, because all she did was complain throughout that whole movie about everything. And at one point she thought, well, maybe at least she can, you know, come to the thing. What did she have, like a podcast? This was before podcasts, but I'm pretty sure she had what we now call a podcast, a show. And, you know, I'm getting a little bit of that. I think this person may be accusing you of being selfish, but they're actually the selfish one. Because I keep hearing that they're blocking your blessing. Okay, how should you handle this? I want to see how you should handle this, or what's to become of this connection. Because again, I don't think they're doing it directly. There was a similar pile in this reading, but it was different because that one was more patronizing. This one isn't as patronizing. If anything, you'll never really see this person. They'll never say it to your face unless you just straight up ask them to be honest with you. And I don't think you even want to have that conversation. But deep down, they don't think you can do something, so I don't care for how this person is handling this, because I think their heart is in the right place, but they're blocking your blessing. And if you came from that pile that had a similar energy, I feel like it could be the case here. Okay, pile 4. Also, I'm sorry, I need to pause it because it is ridiculously hot in this room. It was literally making me think of that meme with the dog sitting in the, like, at the table and everything's up in flames and it's like, I'm fine. That's what I'm getting. Maybe this person, you try to tell them how you feel and they turn around and say, no, you only feel this way because of this and this. Or it's kind of like a you'll get over it kind of moment, or they really do think things can go back to being the way they were, but you're meant to keep growing and thriving. With the Star and the Wheel of Fortune, your blessings can only be blocked for so long. I feel like if this person doesn't support what you're meant to do, I don't think they'll be in your life for long, whether it's because you distance yourself from them or because the universe takes them away from you somehow. All right, how should you handle this? And it's unfortunate because I do feel like in this one, this person does seem to care. In fact, there's been like a common theme about this entire reading, aside from how they feel from you. It's like what people's intentions for you are. And I might rename it. I don't know. I am doing this as a collaboration, so I'd have to be okay with that with her. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, blocking your blessings, because the 8 of Pentacles are your blessings. Reversed, they're blocked. Hopefully they're not actually keeping something from you. Like if they were meant to give you something and they never did, hopefully that's not the case. But sometimes that is the case, because I know there have been instances where I left something to somebody and it's like, hey, this is a gift for this person. I won't be able to see them because I had to leave. And I never knew if they got that or not. Because this was before messaging was like a big thing. This was back when messaging cost money, which is really interesting. Okay, we have the Hanged Man again, a change in perspective, a change in how things are viewed or how you view things. And I do think your opinion of this person is going to change now that you kind of knew or understand that they are kind of against you, or that they don't really think that highly of your abilities. Not you, I do think they like you, but it's kind of like they want to keep you in a particular place, because if they keep you there, then they don't have to change. But that's not fair, because you're meant to change. Aquarius and Pisces energy is coming through, as is Aries or Mars energy. And the Justice, like I said, is Libra. We have the 7 of Swords. Yeah, this person will never fess up to feeling that way, unfortunately. Because they know it's, I'll be honest, I think this person knows that it's like douchey behavior or like a really messed up way of thinking, that they don't want you to get better, because then that means that they get taken away from you. And that's messed up. I don't think they'll ever admit to this. But you'll feel, what's the word? Betrayed regardless, because this does feel like a betrayal. And the King of Pentacles reversed. And because of that, back of the deck, the Hermit reversed. Yeah, this person just doesn't want you to change. They don't want you to evolve, because then that means you have to go. And it's annoying because I feel like if they were in an energy where they also get to have, where they also get to evolve, where they also get to be better, then they would be able to follow you. But instead they want to keep you there. And why that is, I don't know. I feel like you are a sense of security for them with the King of Pentacles here. And even with like the Eight of Pentacles, you make them feel safe, secure. They like what they have with you. They don't want to change it. I'll see this sometimes in romantic relationships where like somebody becomes complacent and they don't want to change anything. It's like, no, we're good here. We're fine here. Nothing needs to change. We're good. But then the other partner is like, well, I want to buy a house. I want to start a family. I want to travel, move abroad. You know, like somebody here has a dream and the other one doesn't. And that person, of course, doesn't want to dampen the other person's dream, but in not wanting to go along with them, they're holding that person back. So maybe for some of you, unfortunately, this is romantic, but I've seen this. I see this a lot, and it's annoying because I do think there is love and admiration here. But if something or someone is holding you back and the universe is like, hey, we gotta go, we got stuff to do, then of course they're not gonna stay in this long. And unfortunately, it's them not wanting better for you that is holding them back from having any future with you. I think someone needed to hear that. So with that said, let's get your closing cards. It's always the people who hold on the tightest to somebody that end up losing that person the fastest or the easiest. Because I understand possessiveness can come naturally in a friendship or relationship, but when it goes over a certain amount of, when that possession becomes too much, I think that's where it becomes unhealthy. So pile 4. Your closing advice, your closing cards. Today I will find the sweetness in the little things. Today I will find the sweetness in the little things. That is so cute. I think regardless, you make it a point to find the beauty and the love in all the little things that the world has to offer you. I'm gonna get another one for you, pile 4. Because I really feel for you on this one. Like, again, I think this person's heart is in the right place and I do think they care, but they can't really care that much if their reason for keeping you where you are is more selfish. I am becoming the kind of person who I would love to meet. Yeah, and for some of you, you're becoming someone, I don't want to say someone better, but you're definitely becoming a new person. And I think you're really excited about that. And if that person can't be excited for you as well, then I think it's time to move on. But this is where I leave it. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Make sure you check out Mostly in the Moment Tarot's reading as well. And if you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care.